guys and girls, in this video we're going to take a look at the best gaming CPUs. I've made my research and this list reflects my personal opinion, and I've listed products based on quality, durability, price, and more. I've included options for every type of consumer, so if you're looking for an entry-level option or the best product money can buy, we may have the product for you in this list. If you want more information and updated pricing on the products mentioned, be sure to check the links in the description down below. The products mentioned are in no exact order, so be sure to stay to the end so you don't miss anything. Also, if you want a chance to win one of the gaming CPUs in the video, just subscribe, don't forget to hit the notification bell, and leave a comment with a hidden word in the video. We will pick a winner and notify them when we reach 5,000 likes. Okay, so without further ado, this is our pick of the best gaming CPUs on the market right now. Coming at number 10, we've got the AMD Ryzen 5 3600X. AMD's Ryzen series is very popular for its gaming-friendly processors. The Ryzen 5 3600X is not only a gaming processor, but it is also ideal for tasks that require a powerful CPU. The reason why the Ryzen 5 3600X made this list is that it is a great gaming CPU that also comes at a great price, giving you great value for your money. On the normal settings, this model easily beats out the likes of Intel Core i5 9600K series. You do not need to install coolers separately with this device, as it ships with a cooler included inside the box, making this model even more affordable. Number 9. Intel Core i7 10700K. The Core i7 10700K wasn't the chip that found its way into the early Comet Lake testing, as Intel wanted to focus on the 10-core 10900K and 6-core 10600K. But for our money, it's the best gaming chip from Intel's arsenal. You will get a touch more performance going for the far more expensive Core i9 CPU, but not as much as you would have noticed in-game. It trades blows with AMD's Ryzen 7 5800X, another 8-core. The 13-thread processor of the 7nm Z3 variety, but represents better value for your money. It's not as powerful in serious applications, but in terms of pure gaming, there's really not a lot in it. This is basically $70 cheaper than AMD's similarly capable chip, and that's money that could be better spent elsewhere. Coming at number 8, AMD Ryzen 5 5600X. The Ryzen 5000 is a mid-range series from AMD that provides great value for the cost. There's little difference between the Ryzen 5900X CPU and this model. Gaming performance is the same for both, with nearly identical frame rates. This processor offers great gaming performance with good overclocking performance. Like other CPUs in the Ryzen 5000 series, this model also ships with the Wrath Stealth cooler. Priced quite aggressively, this model easily compares with many overpriced CPUs from AMD's competitor Intel. Coming at number 7, Intel Core i5 10600K. The Intel Core i5 10600K is the best gaming CPU under $300. It comes with 6 core that are clocked at 4.1 GHz and 12 threads. Due to the higher thread count and increased clock speeds, you get really good gaming performance. This processor can easily match the performance offered by the previous gen Intel Core i7 and can even beat it in some games. There are a lot of people who tend to prefer high refresh rate gaming, and this CPU can easily handle it. This processor is a real competitor against Ryzen's processors. The best thing about this processor is that it offers high-end gaming performance without breaking your bank. There's also overclocking support, so you can easily push the CPU to its limits and even get better gaming performance. So if you're in the market and have $300 to spend on a gaming processor, then the Intel Core i5 10600K is the best gaming CPU for the money. Number 6. AMD Ryzen 5 3400G. The Ryzen 5 3400G is one of the cheapest CPU models from AMD, and its competition as well. At this price point, you cannot expect much, but this CPU offers great performance, though it is certainly not the best in this segment. The CPU ships with a cooler in the box, so that you do not have to spend more money to buy a cooler. This model is a great budget gaming CPU that comes with integrated Vega 11 graphics, faster than the UHD graphics found in the 8th and 9th generation of Intel's CPUs. Coming at number 5, Intel Core i7 8700K. Teetering perfectly on the balance line between price and performance sits Intel's 8th generation Coffee Lake Core i7 8700. It's a very powerful, modern processor that will happily manhandle any gaming-related tasks your software throws at it, but it won't require you to take out a second mortgage to afford. Currently hovering right around the $300 price point, the 8700 is a great value proposition and will keep your rig ahead of any CPU bottleneck for some time to come. Packing 6 hyper-threaded cores and Intel's performance-enhancing, leakage-reducing 14 nm++ process, the 8th Gen Coffee Lake flagship still offers plenty of power to navigate gaming's most challenging tasks and handle any of your workload mega-tasking needs. Coming in number 4, AMD Ryzen 7 3700X. The Ryzen 7 3700X is the sweet spot for most people, as it provides great gaming with top-of-the-line productivity performance. If you like game streaming, video editing is surely one of the best CPUs around. If you pair this processor with the best gaming GPU, you are sure to get an impressive gaming experience. The best thing about the Ryzen 7 3700X is that it is an 8-core processor and has double the threads than an i7 9700K. Gaming at 1080p or even 1440p isn't a problem for this CPU. You also get support for PCIe 4.0 and use this CPU on older X470 motherboards, which can save you a lot of money. Number 3, AMD Ryzen 9 3950X. Most of the high-end CPUs are often very pricey, and their price-to-performance ratio isn't that great. But with the introduction of the Ryzen 9 3950X, AMD has totally turned the tables. This is not a cheap processor by any means, but when you take a look at the performance that this CPU offers, you realize that it is very affordable considering its performance. This is a beast of a CPU with 16 cores and an impressive 32 threads. High core count processors aren't often the best choice for gamers, as they want a processor that has lower core counts but higher clock speeds. But with the optimization that AMD has done to their Zen 2 CPUs, they've become really good for gaming and provide almost similar gaming experience when compared to the most expensive Intel CPUs. The Ryzen 9 3950X is an absolute beast when it comes to high-end gaming. You can easily run any demanding game on this laptop and get the highest frame rates. So if you're one of those people who want a CPU for gaming as well as for creativity work, then you should definitely consider the Ryzen 9 3950X. It is one of the best desktop processors for both gaming and creative work. Coming in number 2, Intel Core i9 10900K. Core i9 is one of the most advanced generation in Intel's processors and gaming-friendly series. Intel claims i9 to be the world's fastest gaming CPU, which also comes at a high price. The 10900K is a super powerful CPU that integrates well with NVMe SSD. The likes of CSGO and Dota 2 run effortlessly with the support of this CPU. However, some of the cheaper CPUs from the AMD Ryzen series perform the same job, and even in 4K. One feature that might attract users to this CPU is its great overclocking potential. Overall, this is a powerful CPU, but it comes at a slightly higher price point. So, if you do not have any monetary limitations, then feel free to go for Intel's 10900K series. Otherwise, cheaper options are available from AMD that provide the same performance and experience. Number 1, AMD Ryzen 9 5900X. AMD's Zen architecture has improved with each generation, but the fact that AMD managed to knock out a 19% IPC improvement with Zen 3 is nothing short of staggering. The key takeaway for us as gamers is that the improvement means that AMD can now stand toe-to-toe with Intel when it comes to gaming. Honestly, there's so little between these two now that anyone claiming otherwise is delusional. Whatever resolution you're gaming at, this processor can handle it and keep your graphics card of choice fed with lots of juicy frames. The fact that this is a 12-core, 24-thread monster means that it can cope with anything else you throw at it as well. So if you have dreams of 3D rendering, video editing, or any other serious task, you'll know that you have the raw grunt to handle it. The fact that it won't hold you back when gaming makes it even sweeter. The only real downside is the pricing and the dropping of the Wrath cooler, so don't forget to factor that in when you buy. And if you're in the market for real power, you could step up to the Ryzen 9 5950X, which gives you 16 cores and 32 threads. However, it costs $250 more. And for gaming purposes and even most content creation chores, the 5900X is more than sufficient. That brings us to the end of our review and buyer's guide for the best gaming CPUs. Hope to see you in the next video. Let us know in the comments what is your favorite one. And if you like this content, don't forget to subscribe and get notified when we launch new videos. Thanks for watching. Peace.